Hey, side of me. Yeah, she wanna lick a FaceTime call and she in her panties and bra. Oh, let me see what you have underneath while you make a.
Hello guys, welcome to Boxing Blow Center, the home of Nigerian African boxing. But I just stopped on the introduction. Let's just go straight to right here because it's just something that really bothers me, man. Anthony Joshua has been defeated for the second time. And this time around, this is a fight that he could this is a fight right here that he could easily have won, but instead it turned into a very tricky. Like Joshua didn't know what, I don't know what game plan Joshua came with, but Joshua did not fight like the big man. A big man don't stoop low to fight like a small bro. I know people are gonna say, well, he's going to bounce back. I understand Joshua has the mentality of bouncing back. However, this was a boxing match. Joshua did not make this fight a bully match. He's supposed to make this fight a bully match. Because when I did the prediction, I told you guys that Team Usyk knew what they were going to do with Joshua. They knew they would utilize a lot of feinting, which of course Usyk utilized. What surprised me the most is that when Joshua landed on Usyk, he allowed him to recover a little bit, and Joshua did not fight like a big man. I mean, you can't be fighting a small man and then you went on fight. You fighting a small man, like you as a bigger man, you have to fight like a big man. You've got the reach. Oh my god, it's so. I mean, I'm disappointed in a way. I'm disappointed right now. I got my brother right here. Tajagbe, please give your take on can Joshua bounce back?
Yes, he can, but I don't think he should take the rematch right away. I know he usually does, but I personally don't think he should take that rematch right away. Listen, everybody knows I'm a big AJ supporter. Congrats to Usyk, absolutely well deserved. Like I've said, listen, I've said it from the go. You must back Usyk up. Mister, what's his name said it, that this guy, Roy Jones, you must back Usyk up and show him you're the one in charge. I understand this chess match thing. Yeah, chess match 1, 2, 3 round. But bro, yes, you landed your significant round. That is when you were supposed to back him up. Go to the body and let him pivot, lateral movement out the way. What do you think Dirk Chisora had success in those rounds? Backing Usyk up. Usyk will not sit there. You know, Usyk is not the best at fighting backwards. But once you back him up, that's your chance. But you didn't do that. You were trying to exchange punches. I don't know if you're loading up on the right hand, but loading up on the right hand was the dumbest shit you could have, excuse my language, was not the smartest thing you could have done. We could see you loading up on the right hand. If I could see it, I'm pretty sure Usyk can see it. Why are you loading up on the right hand? Double up on your jab. When you double up, you fainted, you had success. But you got to push him back. And he wasn't doing it. He wasn't doing any of that. Unfortunately, the victor goes the spoils, and Usyk very much won that fight. I personally think AJ should just sit back right now. He lost. Sit back, bro, and just come back, go back to the drawing board, train. But as of a rematch clause, let it go, man. Work your way back up. The end.
Thanks, brother Shegun. Shegun, your take, bro.
My brother, I'm just okay. Okay, let me say something. There are many things. You see, Joshua is trying to be like other people. He should be himself. Number one, the song they sang is very wrong. If I fall, I will rise again. What kind of song is that? The ring walk. I wanted to text
Bro,
his sister
the
that
ring
that
walk
song is
is
not good.
the ring walk is not
You
the
can't say
reason
if
he
you
lost.
fall, you rise again. You have to go and win.
The ring walk is not the reason. The ring walk is not the reason he
No.
lost.
I mean the lyrics, the statements. No. You know, let me say something to you. Apart from the
No,
person
I
fighting,
understand what he's saying.
okay, let me say something to you about life.
Raymond.
Apart from the person fighting, there are many things that go on to you getting a victory. There are many things going on together. Even in the press conference, when Joshua was talking, he was talking about losing, and he should not be mentioning losing. It should not be. I'm not saying you should be hostile to your opponent, but you should not be too friendly. He's always making mistakes. I don't like all these things, Dave. It's not easy to win a belt, too. Like the way he did when he went to Saudi. It's not easy to just well, I don't know. I'm not very happy. The reason why it's really painful to me, the way people will really pounce on Joshua, people like Tyson Fury, Richard Dwyer, Ted Atlas, Lennon Sluice, they be making fun of Joshua all over England. Man, this is not good. I'm not happy, my
Well,
brother.
you know, I told you guys already. I told you guys already.
Raymond, excuse me. Even Raymond, he made another mistake. That thing he did with what's his name, Eddie Hearn, it should be after this fight, not before the fight. What are they showing up?
He's right,
You
though.
see,
He's right.
when you are going for a battle, you have to keep yourself cool. Don't do all this show off. What are you showing up?
He's right. I honestly didn't like that either.
You see, there are many things that contribute to this loss. Many things. When I hear the lyrics of that song, I say this is rubbish. It's not good. You have to be focused. Even you should not get haircuts. See all the time against Povetkin, he didn't get haircuts. Against Andy Ruiz second, he didn't get, because it's serious business. And it's my brother. Let me tell you something. Boxing is spiritual, because that guy is very deep. What's his name? You see, apart from the fact that he's very good, he's very slick, he's very deep. You have to go find your own way to what's the word, to make yourself strong. See the way, what's his name? What's that guy? Wilder. You be saying my ancestor. You have to, because you don't know where people have been to. But I'm not very happy. I'm not happy. It's very painful to me. It's very painful.
If I may comment, I don't think you guys are. I don't think you guys are recording, right? It's just talk, right?
Well, we're live.
Right.
Yeah, we're live, bro. We're live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Personally, if you ask me,
Yeah.
I'm not really sure about all these other things about ancestors and things like that. You know, I think maybe he just had the wrong game plan. As simple as that. You know? Maybe he just had the wrong game plan.
Okay, what I'm saying is, okay, sorry. I'm not saying. Oh, I'm not talking about.
I'm talking about.
No, wait.
Because I listened to you for a while.
Okay.
I'm talking about your reference to things like
No. Okay, let me correct myself.
Being overly friendly and all of that. All those things to me, they don't necessarily. If you're fighting Usyk is a technical fight. Forget about all those things. Like, if you were in a gun-slinging war, if you're fighting somebody that was coming to stand in your front, that's when you come talking like this. I just feel like it was kind of like. Usyk was just too technical. I think the best way AJ can go about it, for me, if you ask me, maybe he needs to just go all out. You know, that's pretty much it. It's like,
okay, another thing.
He should just attack him like he should just take the Derek Chisora approach and just go gunslinging. It's going to be a short fight. I don't give a damn what's going to happen. You're technically better than me, but I'm just going to take your head off. You know, 3 rounds, whatever it is. If I lose, I lose. That's the only way for me. That's the only way he can actually win the fight. So I think what really happened was too much professionalism in terms of technique, not in terms of the approach. I don't see anything wrong with him giving Usyk a handshake, taking selfies. Forget that. That's not what lost the fight. I don't think that's what lost the fight at all. It was purely tactical, the tactical mistake. So if AJ is going to, so we've seen it now. What actually surprised me was how slow AJ looked on his feet.
Okay, let me say something. Before the fight, some people were saying that AJ should not buck with this guy. Like you should use your height, your strength to your advantage. Because they over changing his style. Oh, maybe I don't know what to say again.
Anyway,
I'm not sure you can defeat
anyway,
I'm not sure.
but us, we'll have to talk about this more tomorrow, Sunday. As of now, I'm not really feeling fine like that. Like Joshua lost his fight, and not because he lost his fight, but the way he lost this. The way he lost it, it surprised me because you cannot be a bigger man. It was clear.
He didn't go out like Anthony Joshua.
Like you cannot be a bigger man and be like fighting like a smaller man. No, I've never seen that before. It's just a little bit weird, I just don't get it. Of course, Joshua, I believe this fight.
Scared?
Listen, let me tell you one thing.
Listen.
Joshua is very protective of his chin. Of course, you have to be because you don't want to get hit all the time. However, you can tell, that he was scared to get hit, and it's normal because but Usyk was very comfortable there. Like he wasn't scared to get hit. I think that played a huge factor. And Joshua hurt Usyk to the body. He didn't follow anything up. So, well, it's just what happens in boxing. Joshua now has 2 losses. Joshua is not the someone Joshua should have lost to. I know this is not the person, man. I mean, anyway, it's just what it is.
Raymond, let me quickly say something. It's not even okay. Fine, he has lost 2, which is not very nice. But my own is it? I think it's difficult to defeat this guy in the rematch. On a serious note,
Usyk is not difficult to defeat. But what do you mean by difficult to defeat? Usyk is vulnerable. Usyk is vulnerable. Listen, Joshua has to fight like a bigger man.
I think he can beat him if he has the right game plan. He can beat him.
What do you mean by Usyk? Exactly. What did they do? What did they do here? Like the footwork.
It's too tentative to let his hand go.
Yeah. That was the only thing. Listen, that body punch. If Joshua went to the body, bro,
I gotta watch that fight again. Listen, I gotta watch that fight again because I'm questioning why AJ stamina needed for him to sit down. It didn't make sense to me. You're telling me Usyk punches that hard? You're telling me Usyk sat down on his punches like that? You allowed him to sit down on his punches if that hurts you that bad. That
the thing is that he's scared to be. He doesn't want to get knocked out.
So be it, man. Listen, take a look at him.
Scared to get scared. I
think it was the game plan that they had. Really, I don't think it was about. I don't think it was about scared. I think it was a game plan that they had. I think everything that he did was what his coaches told him to do, and they missed it tactically. That's what I think happened. I don't think it's about him being scared or nervous or anything. They had the wrong game plan from the get-go. That's pretty much it. Because I think based on the fact that they've never been in with Usyk before, once they got in there, it was very obvious that
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. If Ajagba beat Usyk, okay. Ajagba beat Usyk. I'm telling you, this we are hearing from me right now.
Yeah, you know why? If Ajagba, okay.
If Ajagba beat Usyk, Ajagba will not fight like a big man, like a bigger man, and will not be scared of Usyk punches. Joshua did not fight like a bigger man here. He was like, how will you be squatting down like a smaller man? But you're a bigger guy, bro. Like, make it awkward for Usyk.
Why do you think that happened though? Why do you think that happened? It must have been his coaches. That's what I think. I think it must have been.
You know what's so funny? Now we're gonna know. Now we're gonna know who are the real Joshua fan. A lot of people when he got the rematch, you know, when he won the rematch, people say, "Oh, well, bro." Now we're gonna know. You're gonna see a lot of people, even Nigerians. I just said something right now. I just said something right now. And Nigerians back home are even laughing at Joshua, bro. They say he didn't do well. They are embarrassed. Nigerians back home who watch this fight are embarrassed by Joshua's performance. They say, "What the hell is this? You let himself get beat by a guy like this." What Usyk did is not special. His footwork was good and all this kind of stuff, movement. Yeah, that's all. It's not special. Then what did they do? Nothing special there. Wow. Joshua did not go to the. Joshua should not go to the body.
My brother.
You know you could. You know Usyk was vulnerable to the body, but he didn't go to it. Instead, you hit him once, and then you don't head on against Usyk. If he lands, but that body is what you have to go to. That body. But anyway, it's part of boxing. You win some, you lose some. This guy Robert Wyatt says Joshua is a weak man. Joshua is not a weak man. How do you mean weak man? What do you mean by that? That's not a weak man, bro.
They've started.
So you guys are just like, of course, people are gonna go and get on Joshua.
I still insist that it was his coaches that messed him up. If you ask me, I don't think it was the coaching that messed it up. I think it was their game plan. That's what happened. That's just what happened. You ask me.
Can I be?
If they had the right game plan, you'll have seen traces of what we're talking about.
Can I quickly say something?
Well, I'm counting on Deontay Wilder to beat Tyson Fury. I just hope he does it, so that. But the Wilder Joshua, bro. If the Wilder Joshua fight happens, if it happens,
can I say something,
bro? It's gonna be like Joshua. Like I thought, Joshua is past the stage of not being tentative in a way of getting hit. Bro, against Wilder just need one punch, only one, change everything.
Yeah, you're right.
Joshua's scared. How come you be scared of Usyk?
Personally,
I just don't understand, bro.
What I actually noticed was I think Joshua has a problem with shorter people. That's the real issue. People that are shorter. That's the real issue. So Wilder is not so short. So his natural advantages might play out better there. If you saw the Carlos Takam fight, if you saw the Povetkin fight, it's clear. If people are very short, and this fight, and Ruiz, that's where he struggles.
Bro, Joshua. Okay, people are okay. So listen.
Not be so difficult.
Didn't you see how Vladimir Klitschko?
You know I'm a Wilder fan.
Didn't you see how Vladimir Klitschko dealt with short people? In fact, he bullied them. He pushed them around.
That's how to do it.
Why did you try to understand it? Why did you try to understand? Like, you didn't do anything like that. You're supposed to bully the guy. Like, you're the smaller guy here. You hug him and you throw it around.
Again,
nobody. Joshua went like
coaches. You ask me,
bro. I don't time for this stuff. See, my night is. I don't know if I'm gonna sleep. I don't know if I'll sleep tonight, but. If I do sleep tomorrow, I have a lot of things to say, because, of course, I have a lot of things to say because I don't know, man. What do you want to talk about, Beck?
Okay. You see, apart from the game plan, when they came for the press conference, Joshua was not comfortable. I'm telling you, because my brother, let me tell you, I love Joshua. I want the best for him. I was praying throughout today. I was not watching. I was just watching the update from the Zone. I look at the press conference. Joshua was not very comfortable. I'm telling you the truth. He doesn't look himself very well. On a serious note, and I think his psyche. He need to do something to more of his psyche and the mentality, because people have been saying that since he lost that match to Ruiz, that knockout, he's very tentative. In pushing the punch out. Yeah, that this is people have been saying that Joshua should go to the era when he fought what's this guy, Dillian White. That since then he has not been the offensive has not been very striking, and it's very painful because I really feel for him the way people will all over England they will be making My brother, for some time, maybe about 2 weeks, I will not watch YouTube because I don't want to hurt my feelings.
Joshua is now the former a former unified heavyweight king. Oh my god.
But my brother, let me say something.
I still can't believe it.
If
In the hands of Usyk. Now, wow.
He can. No, Raymond, don't you think that you're not doing Usyk? Usyk is really good, man. He proved it today, man. It's just tactics, man. They should get their tactics right. We should actually be mad at the coaching. Rob McCaskian and Jeff Fernandez, all those guys. I don't know what they were doing. If you ask me, I think they made the mistake because I think Joshua is at a stage right now where he's extremely professional. I don't think he did. I don't think he took any shortcuts in training. I'm not buying anything about him being nervous.
You're right.
I think Joshua would have done everything he had to do in the camp, but their tactics were wrong. That was all. Boxing is tactical. Everything is tactical. Now they've seen it. The good thing for them now is that they've seen it. Okay, this guy is really good on his feet. He moves really well. Okay, if you're crouching low, that's not going to work. So change it up just a bit. Maybe stand a little bit higher all the time. Maybe be the one to move. Don't make him move before you move. Always make sure that you move first and you're the one controlling the fight with your own jab. Do every single thing that you can do. Do every single thing that you can do. Then you get the chance to rough him up to the body, and hold him on the head and so on and so forth. That's his tactics.
Something? Yeah. You see, sometimes when you are at the top, you might not see, but now he's down again. He'll be forced to look at himself critically and make amends. And not be too
bro. This is a different fight. Usyk is not a joke. I'm telling you right now. When I say
I
don't think he can win the rematch with Usyk. Let me immediate rematch.
My brother, Usyk, this is not a joke. Listen. I know Joshua's weakness. Okay, and I know that like that. I mean, he even felt it. When he hit Usyk to the body, Usyk felt it. You could hit him to the body and break him down. Robert Wyatt said AJ got beat up. No, that wasn't the case. AJ did not get beat up. AJ lost, but it wasn't a beat down, bro. What are you guys saying? Okay, why are you lying, bro? I mean, don't make Robert Wyatt. Don't make me remove you from here, huh? I mean, AJ did not get beat up, bro. It was just boxing. He lost in the boxing match. And of course, the high. I don't know what happened to his high. But it's part of.
I think what happened. Let's see about comments in the call. I want to hear what he has to say.
Hey, Sioma, what's up, bro? How you doing, bro?
Good to be back to you guys. I'm fine, thank you. I think what happened to AJ's eyes were the several jabs, those left jabs that were coming in quick succession from Usyk. They were enough to pop up anyone's eyes. Did AJ have a good fight? Yeah, I think he had a good fight. I think he gave his all, okay, but his undoing was not loading up on those body shots. Each body shot, it was telling on Usyk. You could see his reaction. It was almost like Usyk wanting to complain that he was being hit below the belt, whereas that was not the case. But I think that Joshua was too conscious of the credit that Usyk has and deserves. I think Joshua was paying way too much respect. And I think Joshua was also scared of being caught, which is why he wasn't loading up. If he had sustained, particularly the things he did in round 5 and 6, okay, and then even in the later rounds, around round 9, 10, if he has sustained loading up on those body shots, each time those shots come, Usyk's hands are down, his head is down. But again, Joshua's psyche, the psychology he came into this fight with, I complained about it before the fight started. I think it was reminiscent of the psychology he came into the fight against Ruiz. AJ Ruiz won. And it does tell that as good as Joshua is, there is a lot of gaping hole, okay, in Joshua's fight. That's not to take Usyk's credit away. I really had not given much attention to Usyk, maybe because I thought he was, a cruiserweight fighter, until one day we were analyzing the fight, Joshua-Usyk. And you, Ray, you did say, Una they underrate Usyk, Mona go watching fight. I don't know if you remember that day, Raymond.
Yeah, I remember, bro.
I had to go look up on Usyk's fights, and where I really got scared of Usyk was his fight against Brady's and his fight against Bellew. Okay, I saw that this dude is, you know how someone is a genius in academic work? Usyk
Exactly.
is a genius in the sports of boxing. So
Exactly.
I do not in any way discredit Joshua. Joshua got outclassed but not beaten. As people are saying that he was demolished. No, it wasn't a demolition, but he was outclassed, he was outboxed. Okay. And the potent tool that Joshua has, which is the power shot, you know. I mean, you can't outbox Usyk. That's a given. It's a given. The power shot that you had when you threw them to the head and more to the body, you saw the impact. But I think the wrong psyche that you came into this fight with didn't allow you to load them up in quick succession, and that was what took the fight from Joshua tonight.
Bro,
But,
he fought like a small man, bro. He fought like a smaller man. Bro, he should have fought like a big. Look, bro, I don't understand, bro. How can you be like like trying to duck punch when you were oh my god, I mean, what kind of tactics is that? You didn't, bro. Let's keep it right here. Chisora did a better job than Anthony Joshua. He bullied Usyk. He pushed Usyk to the wall. Michael Hunter did better than Anthony Joshua. Who else again?
That guy will make fun of Joshua. That Michael Hunter guy will make fun of Joshua.
Bro, Joshua knocks out Michael Hunter, bro. Forget about that. Michael Hunter, that doctor, Rafak Majori.
No, I know, but man,
bro, this was a lucky. Listen, this was a lucky win for Usyk. I would say lucky win. Why do I say lucky win? Because
lucky win. No? Don't say that.
But it's lucky win. It's lucky win. It's lucky win. You know I would say lucky win.
Okay, but I like you guys.
Why I would say lucky win is because
I like you guys to remember one thing here. Okay, go first.
A lucky win is because
Continue.
Joshua let him off the hook. You know, Joshua did not actually when Joshua held him to the body. Remember his coach told, wait, bro, let me finish first, I beg.
Can I quickly say something?
Guy, let me finish first now.
Okay.
Yeah, right now I'm not in a good mood. You are.
Okay.
So, as soon as Joshua held Usyk to the body, he should have continued to do that, because to get Usyk is like headhunting Usyk is hard, very difficult to head on Usyk, because it's got this like his boxing IQ is more superior than that of Joshua. Ed Ortiz, bro, he went to the body. He was tentative. Even Lennox Lewis just reacted. He said,
that's what I want to say.
Like he just reacted. Like, look at the 12th round. What kind of tactics is that? Oh my god. Anyway, say something, bro. Come in. Come in, Shegu. You can come in, bro.
Okay. The same thing with Lennox Lewis and Vitaly Klitschko. Vitaly was leading on points. But one thing we should know is that boxing is a brutal sport. If you are not leading on points, you should be able to hit the person. See the way he damaged, he tear his eyes. They have to stop the fight. Yeah, that guy was leading on points. Vitaly was leading. But Lennox Lewis didn't give up. He was brutal. I watched that thing recently. And you see, Joshua is that tentativeness. He needs to, if he wants to be in boxing, boxing is not for a fine boy. It's a brutal sport. And I'll finish, I beg. It's very painful to me, man. I don't know what to say.
Okay, I'll just say.
Okay, we can go on.
Okay, I'll just say one more thing. I think we are in a way underestimating Usyk, because if you remember, there's a story about Usyk in the Klitschko camp. Klitschko is the one that knows how to fight smaller men, and apparently Usyk caused so much problems there. They kicked him out of the camp. They said, "Get the hell out of here! You're too much trouble." So I just feel like Usyk is really good. Maybe
Mm.
the Derek Chisora approach, maybe that was the best route. I don't think AJ should think he can win the fight. I think he can, but if he's too tactical, he's gonna have problems. He should just go. He should just go there. It's an all-out war. I know I can't beat you on skill. I'm bigger than you. I'm gonna go all out, and that's where we're going to die. That's pretty much it. But in saying all of this, I still don't have any problem with how he conducted himself going into the fight. At the end of the boxing is a sport. I know I'm a Wilder fan. I like Wilder and all of that, but AJ is a different guy. Be yourself. It's not good to be another person. AJ is not this spiteful kind of guy. Usyk didn't do anything to him. Be yourself. I think you perform at your best when you're yourself. But however, you need to get the right game plan, and that's where I feel like his team, AJ's team, made a mistake because maybe they watched the Chisora fight and felt, well, this didn't work, so we have to go about it in a different way. Maybe that's the best way for you to beat him based on the gap in skill and footwork and boxing IQ and all of that.
Bro, Usyk is a guy that you need to break down. Even if you're not winning even if you're not winning the round, you break him down. Those body punches that Joshua was landing, bro. Usyk felt it, bro. Like it was heavy on Usyk. It's just one of those things that happen. I guess Joshua will learn from it. And it's part of, like I told you, like I see if Ajagba beats Usyk, he knock him out cold. I'm not saying it because not that Ajagba is skillful, the more skillful than Usyk. Ajagba is when you talk about skill, he said he's nowhere near. However, Ajagba will take the fight to Usyk. You know, he will take the fight to Usyk. How many? It would take. It will be a fight, not a boxing match. A boxing match, you can't. Usyk is more skillful than Tyson Fury. Talk less about the Joshua. I told you guys.
Exactly. Usyk is a maestro. He's a boxing maestro. Like he is amazing.
When I said that Usyk is a boxing maestro, people will say, "Oh no, you know, boxing, no." I said it before. I said, "Listen, this guy is not a joker." Eh? You guys are. I told you guys now.
But do you think you should? Let me ask you guys. Do you think Joshua should go for immediate rematch? Do you think so?
Well, if it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. I think Joshua need a tune-up fight. You know, like a tune-up fight, like get someone that's got that moves like Usyk. You know, or tune-up fight. But if he wants to go for it, he's a warrior. I think he will go for it because it's not just about like this is not.
But if he loses again, that's 3 losses.
I think that there's no tune-up for Usyk. I don't think anybody prepares him for Usyk. So just go right back in there. If you lose to the same, lose to him again.
Bro. There are lots of people that have movement, love movement, like that has good movement like Usyk and fending and kind of stuff.
And that's southpaw.
Yeah, that's southpaw. There are a lot of people like amateurs, from the Slavic nations.
He's sparred with those people now.
They are not in the heavyweight right now.
He's sparred with those people now. Those are people that he's sparred with. If you see what I'm saying. So I think he should go for it. I think he should go for it. If he lose again, so what? Fight Tyson Fury.
If he lose again, I think he should retire.
No, why should he retire? No, there are so many more fights. There are so many more fights. No way. There are so many more fights. No, because he's a superstar. He's always going to be a superstar.
Let me tell you guys one thing. Let me tell you guys one thing. Usyk can never rule the heavyweight division like Joshua did. Okay, he's only gonna have a good fight, and then But Joshua, I don't know. Usyk doesn't sell. So, just looking at Usyk as the heavyweight. Me calling him the unified heavyweight champion of the world. It doesn't sound right, bro. I don't just know, bro. There's just something, bro.
You are talking about the professional aspect. You are talking about there's business and Spartan. You are talking about business.
Listen, Team Usyk, we are very confident that they win. I told you guys.
They've studied Joshua. They've studied him over years.
They were very confident because they knew that Joshua was going to come, like say, come out. But I think Usyk was surprised when Joshua started, throwing some deadly uppercuts to the body. like
Was.
whooping it like crazy. Usyk was so Usyk was wow, but Joshua did not follow up. That's what you should have done. Joshua should have taken the fight inside, hug him, body. Didn't you see what Sokoli did when he fought Prazovic? I know Prazovic is different, but when he hugged him and then boom, boom, does that he weakens you, you know? And you do it like one boom, and then you separate. So it's just anyway, you have any further take because tomorrow we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff.
I hope Wilder wins.
Yeah,
I will pray for Wilder to win.
I think Wilder's gonna win. You know, I've actually had some dreams. I think it seems like my dreams are actually correct. Anyway,
Wiki, what was your dream? What was your dream going into this fight? Joshua, you said
it was a bad dream. I told Raymond about it. It was a bad dream.
So we should hold you responsible.
It was a bad dream. It was a bad dream.
The truth is, I was nervous prior to the fight. I thought that Usyk's mental conditioning was better than AJ's. I mentioned it before the fight started, and right in the first exchange, you could tell whose mental conditioning was better. Okay, so in the third or fourth round, I was conceding, or rather, I accepted that Joshua was going to lose this fight. I mentioned it. So yeah, I'm disappointed, but I'm not sad. I'm not sad because this is a much more honorable loss than the Ruiz's loss. Because
that one was a disgrace.
Yeah, that for me was a disgrace. This one, he fought and stood on his feet, even though he completely gassed out. Okay. And in this one, we knew that he was fighting a fighting machine himself. I think I may want to differ from Raymond's view that Usyk might not be a reigning champion for a while. It's not about his ability to sell. It is who has his skill, who can match his skills. And I think that even Derek Chisora and Witherspoon were lucky to have fought Usyk when they fought him. If they fight today's Usyk, who has now come into his own in the heavyweight division, Chisora would have not gone to 10 rounds.
Bro, I think that's where you get it wrong. I think that's where you get it wrong, bro. Chisora, will take that fight to Usyk. Do you know what, bro? He would Usyk backed up against, bro. He would take it to it, bro. Usyk will not. Chisora didn't when he fought Usyk. He didn't box, He went to fight. He went to fight. So Joshua.
That's why I said
Joshua did not use his advantage as the bigger man.
Chisora. Think of that Chisora. I mean, that Usyk that fought then against the Usyk we saw in the ring today. This is the exact Usyk at the cruiserweight. But because he was coming into a new weight class, okay, there is naturally, he's not a puncher, he's a boxer. So there has to be that psychological preparedness to eventually develop into the heavyweight. And he had enough time to prepare for this. His body language, everything mentioned it. Even at the press conference, I was watching AJ's body language. It wasn't exuding any confidence at all.
Yes, you're right.
I think this Usyk has really come to stay in this heavyweight. And I think he will give anyone a trouble. Maybe not Dillian White. What was his name? Our Edo man. How can I forget his name? Wilder. Maybe not Wilder, because Wilder would just want to throw the big right hand, which Joshua didn't do. Okay. But this dude will give any heavyweight a run for their money.
Bro, Usyk will give any heavyweight a run for their money. It will give them problems, massive problems. However, if Joshua had fought Usyk the way he's supposed to fight him, I don't think he would lose. He would have lost this fight. It would be a close fight, but still would win it. But he didn't.
I agree.
That body punch. Didn't you see him when he was, bro? That body punch, bro. Joshua should have made this fight a dogfight, and go to the body. You know, like, did you see how what Klitschko did to Povetkin? I mean, this guy just push him around, like, bowl him around. How can you be this is what I'm telling you, that someone like if you're Ajagba, I'm telling you right now, Ajagba will beat Usyk, and not because he's more skillful than Usyk, for sure. He's not even anywhere near Usyk in terms of skill wise, but because of he will fight him as the bigger man and try and bully him. You know what I mean? So, of course, Usyk movement will be very, very.
You know, these things are not cast in stone. Exactly. I was going to mention Usyk's movement.
Usyk's movement will be very, like, listen. Joshua was supposed to hug Usyk a lot of times and rip some pushes to the body. You know that, like Okole did against Prazovic. You know, hug him sometimes, rip it to the body. You know, and then let it loose again. And then, bro, this guy will automatically break. You cannot really, headhunt Usyk because the guy's head is moving like crazy. The guy he fends a lot. His head is not one place. He always moves. His foot is the way he's moving, the way his feet is. Bro, this guy is what you call, and it's so funny. Even Tony Bellew did better than Anthony Joshua, bro, before he got stopped.
I think Joshua is scared. Let me just say the truth.
Yeah,
oh my God!
That's what it is.
I just remember. Even
I saw it in the press conference. It's very obvious.
Even Tony Bellew did better than Joshua, bro. This is weird to even admit.
He did better than Joshua.
Bro, in the first 4 rounds, bro, go look at it, bro. In fact, Bellew was ahead. Bellew was ahead on the scorecard. If Tony Bellew did not gas out, if he didn't gas out, I believe he would have won that fight.
And I think because of many conflicting contributions, you over respect this guy.
Listen, Pere Elehiri, he will beat Ajagba beats Usyk. I'm telling you right now. I'm not saying it because I'm Ajagba fan. He beat Usyk. Joshua did not bring out his dog today. Joshua, in fact, Seth, what is the dark side about Joshua? Joshua fought like a person that like person that has nothing to lose. I mean, you are the champion, for goodness sake, and the next fight is going to be undisputed.
Speaking of Joshua, I think we should, at this point, accept the ugly reality that Joshua is on the descendancy.
Is it what? I didn't get that.
He's on the descendancy. He has.
No, I don't agree. I don't agree at all. I think I think it helps because in his last fight, I think that we all felt when everybody wanted Pulev fights, that was a good performance against Pulev. That was a good performance against Ruiz. Against those guys, he looked good. But this guy is just the matchup and the tactical. I'll keep saying it. It's the tactical approach.
You know why I said so? Joshua is beginning to show some discomfort in his body language. I look at body language.
You said it all.
In his body language, right from AJ Ruiz 1. Okay, we saw that he was very, very careful in the second fight against Pulev. That is not the very maximal AJ. Yes, he had a good fight. Yes, he won, but that was not the maximal AJ. Has he done very well in his career? Absolutely, he has. Absolutely. But I think each time AJ will have to go into any fight, I will have my heart in my mouth, to be very honest with you.
But to be sincere with you guys, I've not watched AJ's fight live before. I don't have the heart to do it. Because my heart will be beating.
Wow.
I can't do that. I really love this brother. Man.
But I don't personally. I don't agree with you. Actually, I think Joshua is actually improving. He's actually getting better. Because if we didn't see this fight now, everybody has been saying Joshua is getting better. I just think it's the matchup and the fact that Usyk and their tactics. This is I blame it on AJ's team. I'll keep saying it. I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but it's the truth. They went in there with the wrong plan from the beginning. Once they got in there and they saw the way it went, there should have been plan B. You get what I'm saying? He never switched up. He just kept doing the same thing from the first round all the way to the end. Even when it wasn't going his way, there was no alternative plan. If you see what I'm saying, I think
Yeah.
that I
Can
think
I?
his coaching staff, I think they messed up. If you ask me,
Can,
it's his team.
okay.
It's not even him. So
Okay. Can
continue.
I ask one funny thing? If you guys will agree with me. To me, on a serious note, I think Joshua is very funny. What I want to say now is very funny. But I think Joshua should consult with Lennox Lewis. My boy, I was watching Lennox Lewis fight. That guy was a terror in the ring. I think you should consult him. On a serious note, it's not something seemingly possible, but I think they should consult him.
But
People are afraid of
was Joshua not a terror against? Is the matchup was Joshua not? The reason why people actually like Joshua is because he's explosive. When he fought Charles Martin, wasn't explosive. When he fought Klitschko,
yes,
remember
now.
Klitschko? The Klitschko fights that showed AJ has his dog in him. He does have that. But I'm saying these people went in there with the wrong game plan. They messed him up. That's it's his team that messed him up. That's what I think.
Okay, let me ask. Wiki, let me ask. When was the last time you saw that version of Joshua?
The passion, that anger, that aggression.
That version, yeah. When was the last time you saw it in him?
In the Puller fight, he was there. In the round 3, he almost dispatched the guy. But because of the professionalism, the new way they approaching it, because of the gas tank issues, he decided to wait a bit before he knocked him out. But he could have finished him in the last fight in round 3. Don't forget that. Let's not just behave like because he lost to this great guy now that he's not good anymore.
No.
Or he doesn't have what it takes or whatever. It's just tactics, bro. It's just tactics. Tactics. They should go in there with another game plan.
I'm not discrediting AJ at all. Remember my opening line in this discussion, I said I'm not taking anything away from Joshua. He lost to a better technical fighter. Okay.
Exactly.
Who even outgassed him. I think Usyk's gas tank is something that should be studied, because with all of those shots to the body he was taking from AJ, even though AJ didn't sustain the loading up, Usyk kept going. I mean, you get hit in the head or in the body, the moment you get hit, you are throwing a counter punch. It tells something about Usyk. So I'm not taking anything away from AJ. I'm just saying that the aggressive AJ we used to know seems to have been fizzling away. We may not relate with it. In the Pulev's fight, that was not the aggressive AJ.
Yeah,
yes,
you're
the
right,
power
you're
shots
right.
were there. The power shots were there. He was fighting technically, but it wasn't the AJ that fought Klitschko. It wasn't the AJ that fought White. It wasn't the
I
AJ
agree with you. I agree with you.
Somebody said
I
something
agree
one
with you there.
time that since that Klitschko fight, he stopped being very offensive because of the blows he received.
No,
yeah,
it's because I want Raymond to come in. I think Raymond will agree with you. It's because of his gas tank. It's just wrong tactics. It's because of the reason why he changed, because in the Klitschko fight he realized that he blew like AJ just went straight at Klitschko. I think it was round 5 or was it round 4 when he knocked him down.
He got caught eventually.
He just went at him, boom, and then he blew him away. Then he got tired. Then that created an opportunity for Klitschko to attack. And if Klitschko was also wild and pressed the gas, Klitschko would have knocked him out. But Klitschko didn't do that. AJ then recovered and all that. So what AJ has been doing, AJ has been growing. You guys actually don't understand. He has been growing. Even this loss, this loss is also a lesson. This loss is actually also a lesson, if you ask me. And I don't think it is more or okay. Now the good thing about it is you're the A side. That gives you the opportunity to learn from your mistakes and go in again and try something else. You discover that this guy's footwork is too good, his angles are too good. You know what? Just go straight on and try and clean him out, because that's the only way you're going to win the fight, bro. That's just it. But
do you think you should go for the? Okay.
I think AJ is a star. For life, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even though he has lost his fight, if AJ should fight Dillian White now or Ruiz now, He'll still sell out Tottenham, Wembley. It doesn't, for me, those even on this loss, I'm telling you, even on this loss, he'll still sell out. So I think he should try his best and get his belt back immediately. If it doesn't work out, he should then try and fight one of the other champions, either Wilder or Fury, one of them. Then try and beat those ones, if you see what I'm saying. Because he will still, I think he will, even if he doesn't get his belt back, those fights are still there for him. People say he should retire. No way. Why should he retire? Why should he retire? What's the point?
Okay, let me ask Isioma this. Isioma, do you think
Yes,
you should
please.
go for immediate rematch? Let me just ask you.
Yeah, I think he should go for immediate rematch. The reason is simple.
Okay.
One is he's done it before. He went for an immediate rematch. Okay, that one was even weightier than this in that was the first time he was losing. And he went for the immediate rematch and he corrected his wrong. I think if there is too much gap in fighting Usyk,
Okay.
it would dampen the more on his psyche against Usyk.
Okay.
So I think you should go for an immediate rematch. If you've proven a point in the past, it tells that you can always prove the some point again.
You're right.
It eventually works in your favor or not. So, but there's a better man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if he loses that rematch, I think AJ should immediately, if he does not even completely exit boxing, he should immediately take to acting. He will be a megastar.
Well,
AJ should keep fighting, man. I think AJ will agree with me. He's a warrior. He has the heart. He should keep fighting. Why should he retire? Why are you putting it? Why do you really think he should retire?
You want to turn him to a journeyman? Don't turn
bro,
him to a
Usyk is one of those fighters that if you beat him and you won a lottery. So we're gonna see how he plays out the next time, though. But anyway, tomorrow let's come back again because I'm really not feeling fine like this now, But
Raymond, let me say this. Before this day, I've been thinking. You see, everybody, Usyk has studied Joshua. There's one guy, the guy that defeated Joshua in 2011 amateur. Usyk defeated him. Then another guy, one short guy, Nistov, that defeated Joshua too. Usyk defeated him. He has studied Joshua very well. He studied him.
Anyway,
And
bro.
He came on a.
Shagu, let's continue later, okay? Because me, I don't tire.
Okay.
I don't lie you. So guys, we'll be right back tomorrow. Right now, I'm just feeling a little bit. I don't know, man.
I know the feeling.
Deontay Wilder, right now is the only hope, man. Even if Wilder beat Fury now, Joshua Usyk, Wilder Usyk, that would not be it'll be a very interesting for boxing fans, hardcore fans, it'll be very intriguing. However, I just don't know, man, if the fans will buy into it like that. Anyway, Usyk is Usyk is a very good boxer. I feel like a boxing maestro. I would say he's the most. Wow, this Usyk was beaten by Sean Porter, huh? Hi, Sean Porter.
But that was a long time, now.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
30 years ago.
But it was beaten by Sean Porter. It's still beaten by Sean Porter. Wow. This same guy that got beat by Sean Porter beat Joshua. Now, wow. Anyway, guys, stay tuned for Mr. Bagarai. God bless you all. That's about the channel.
I know this is a light, but
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it more tomorrow because so many things I want to talk. So many things I want to say, bro, on my mind. Stay blessed, guys.